Hey everyone, and welcome back to some more Library of Ruina. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and we're going to be back at it and going on through the story. Now we have Malkuth's floor unlocked for realization. We can now use ego pages, which is exciting, so we're going to be using them. So we have Malkuth being Kim, Kevin being Eugen, Bong Bong being Emma, and Marcos being Olga. I think Marcos and Tiffany, if I'm thinking correctly, are just kind of regular pawns in the game, so if you would like to be either one of them, please let me know. I'm pretty sure Marcos is one of the normal characters. I have to go back and check. But if you guys want to be on Malkuth's floor, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to continue on. We do have Gisette and Yasad available to work with, but I'm going to wait on those since we just did a bunch of things for Malkuth, and we're going to continue on with the story. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please let me know down below. You guys know the drill, liking, commenting, etc. It helps out a ton. All right, so let's go ahead and go to invitation, and let's click on this little question mark here and see what we've got. So we need to use Book of Eugen and Book of She Association. So we're just gonna go ahead and slot those in real quick and send the invitation and see what we got. We don't know anything about it. We do know that there's at least two floors that we're gonna have to deal with. So let's go ahead and send the invitation. Oh, and he's back, the Blue Reverberation. Argalio. Now, friends, don't get too excited. You're rushing it. I also like his scythe. I'm sure we'll get something. Oh, also, there's one of these guys. Oh, and they have the same outfit as the puppeteer did as well. Interesting. And then we have these guys. My poor friend is about to faint from crying. See? Thelma, oh Thelma. You pitiful friend. You better wait, is this... This is the girl that was the leader of the church before. I remember the gears, right? They did something to her, I think. Definitely doesn't look like she's normal. Better hold your cheers, though. Your fun hasn't begun yet. Ho Han? I'm assuming that's just his laugh. Okay. Also, they're using like pipes and spears and stuff like that. And also, they're known as the Smiling Faces Jin. And this one's scaredy little fellow, Wang Mi Pow. Smiling Faces Wang. Okay, so they're insane. Got it. Wait. 1,340 slices? Okay, so you've just been cutting up a dead body? Dear blue fella, how many slices did you want again? Also, is that a giant smoke pipe? It is. Oh, they're just... Oh, I thought they were clubs. Okay, Thelma might be a dear friend of mine, but breaking promises is a serious crime. So, how about 10,000? Okay. I have Buggery-doo? Is it like a didgeridoo or something? I mean, greedy old lass, you can't just eat all the slices off the plate. I mean, no, this is the name of this one. No, wait, me. That is not what I expected, what voice I expected to come from this. We're gonna eat them anyway, so why not have some now? Okay, so cannibals, got it. Okay. You need the term. I mean, I'm assuming she's dead, but you know all the tasks so well, you just can't fail me in the end.
이 친구 할 말 있나 본디 제갈 풀어유?
Wait, looks like this fella has something to say. Wait, are they still alive?
풀어줘.
Oh wow, they're still alive. Holy cow, and they're just kind of cutting them. Jeez. And you know what? You guys can kind of see the picture and kind of assume what's going on based on the dialogue. Yep. So, okay, so she is branch manager. Impossible task in the first place, so what was the task? Also, this art is really, really good with their, like, I know there's no lighting here, but the lighting they did for this scene is really, really good. Only to employ section 2 of the southern branch for this, Thelma.
자기 자리를 지키기 위해 이과를 처리하려고 머리 굴리다가 셀마는 결국 나와의 약속을 지켜내지 못했어. 네가 이과를
You gave me the hint to use them.
난 반드시 이과를 이용하라고 한 적 없어. 목록에 적은 일들만 기한 내에 처리해달라고 한 것뿐이잖아. 넌 동의했고.
I don't know if there's... Have we seen this kind of the the prologue to this, prologue to this. I don't know if we've actually seen what they're talking about yet. I don't recognize it anyway. Section 1 of my branch will be after you, and the CHQ will be 2. The Hannah Association, which we haven't seen Hannah yet. Actually, have we seen Hannah? I know we've heard of Hannah because, like, I think it's called the Hannah Association. Give me another chance. Okay, begging. And he just wants to. I mean, I know he just doesn't want a sorry. Like, you know, just teasing them. Don't have to worry about me. Remind me of where we are, friends. In the back streets. District 23. Okay, nighttime in the back streets.
아이고, 당연히 모르지. 눈을 단디 가려놨는디.
Oh, so okay, he can't see what's going on right now. All right. So what's bad about the night in the back? I mean, I know it's dangerous in the the back streets and especially at night, but why particularly District 23? I mean, that too, yeah, no one will know how you died or who killed you. You basically just fade into non-existence.
분명 그럴 거예요, 아르갈리아님.
그럼 그대로 진행해줘, 친구들.
Okay, proceed with it.
미안해요. 죄송합니다.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not gonna get you out of this, bud. He's just toying with you. Oh, well, I mean, he kind of was taken back there, at least by the sound of it. I mean, but doing this game, you know, he's gonna die anyway. Okay. Really, I have a really hard time believing that, sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, there it is. Just teasing him. Yep. I knew you weren't the brightest friend in the supposed shed.
그래도 사과는 받아줄게. 자, 하고 제가 물어요잉.
Okay. So what are they gonna do to him?
서로 웃고 살아야지.
They almost seem like distorted beings to me. I don't know exactly what to think, especially like their tone, like their body tone. They're very thin, lanky. Very like it's almost like dried out skin to an extent. Remind me of Re-Deads from like Zelda or something like that. Or what are they called? They have Re-Deads and then you have the other ones. Can't remember off the top of my head, but anyway. Take good care of them. I'm sure they will. And, yep, so that is Aileen. Okay, so I do remember her name. So that is her.
네, 기꺼이.
It looks like they. So I know I've seen. I think it's like an African tribe tradition, but like the rings that go around the neck. Kind of that's what that reminds me of. But I don't know what's going on with her head here. Anyway.
전해봤던 톱니 교단 교주를 완전히 자기 편으로 만들어 버렸군.
Yep, leader of the Church of the Years, huh? Absolute madman.
해결사면서 뒤틀림에 웃는 얼굴들까지 수족으로 부리다니.
특색은 역시 강하겠지?
Being color must mean having immense power, is that right? Colors are exceptionally skilled fixers even among grade 1. Like the Red Mist. So he's the blue reverb, I believe. An association assigns unique color to each of them. Assigned a color. They're the best fixers in the city, basically. I wanna assume he's an actual colored fixer. Yeah, the blue reverberation, but blue reverb was assigned the color blue.
붉은 안개같이
Yep,
색을
red mist, so
부여받은
color
해결사가
red.
붉은 안개만큼 강해?
Is he as strong as the red mist?
뭐 강하다라는 측면만 보면 붉은 안개가 우위일 거야.
Red mist in her prime is probably above him.
하지만 해결사의 일이란 게 여러 분야가 있고 그만큼 다양한 상황이 있다 보니
Yeah, without them having like to directly go 1v1 each other, it's hard to kind of tell.
붉은 안개는 혼자 활동했지만 푸른 잔향은 보다시피 도시 악몽급에 해당하는 조직을 거느리고 다니는 것처럼
Okay.
푸른 잔향의 책이 필요하다면 구할 수 있을까?
Could we get the Blue Reverberations book if we ever happen to need it?
어떻게든 구할 순 있겠지.
Maybe if we tried by any means, the city would be much better off without that maniac too.
아따, 이것도 별천지요.
So how did they get here though? There was no really no indication that they got an invite. Okay, but look at that. The place is sure a whole nother world.
너무 뚫어지게 쳐다보지
I lost in that
말어.
bad. Gotta keep your toes in the tiger's den.
슬슬 관장이 나올
What time the director showed up? So I guess they've heard about it.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests.
반가워라.
Nice to meet you, lassie.
여기에 유진이라는 놈의 책.
Oh yeah, okay, so this is a follow-up to Eugen then. Oh, I don't remember that story really, to be honest. We do indeed. Yeah, we're actually using him. Probably gonna use it to fight against you guys. Guess there really is. Blue fella really is a scary one. Everyone's going as he says.
부디 당신의 책을
May you
찾으실
find
수
your book in
있기를.
this place. Alright, so we will be using Eugen and Kim and all these for this fight. So we have smiling face, smiling face, smiling face. And I'm assuming, yeah, we have 2 acts of this. Let's go ahead and read some information about these guys here. So we have Purifying Broom. Smoke amplifies outgoing damage instead of incoming damage on the character. 14% chance to boost /die by 1 and then blunt die by 1. We do have use 2 smoke to boost the power of all dice. So smoke amplifies damage taken. At 9+ smoke, all dice gain 1 power, stacks up to 10, -1 smoke at the end of each scene. So it amplifies the damage taken, but at 9 stacks, they get +1. Okay. So inflict 1 smoke, inflict 1 smoke. Oh, that inflicts it on us. Oh, okay. At 9+ smoke, all dice gain +1 power. So we get a benefit from it, if I'm understanding. So use 2 smoke, so they use 2 smoke. But this inflicts 2 smoke on us, so they take it off of us, I believe. So on that, it inflicts 7 smoke, amplifies damage taken, and 9+ smoke, all dice gain +1. So we do get a benefit to it, but we take way more damage getting hit by smoke. So that seems to be kind of their general mechanic. There's the smoke mechanic. So, you know, we can see gain 4 smoke, gain 2 smoke. So they gain it too. So gain 3, gain 2, use 2, use 2. Yeah, okay, if the target has 7 or more smoke, inflict 2 paralysis and 1 feeble. If the target has 3 or more smoke, draw 2 pages. So they have like a ingoing, outgoing smoke mechanic. Okay. So we're gonna use Malkuth because I want to see what the new pages that we have. So here we go. Ego. If your team's overall motion reaches level 3, an ego page may be chosen. If selected ego pages are placed in a separate hand that all librarians can access, a special button will appear to facilitate viewing the communal hand. Once used, the ego pages needs to be recharged by accumulating emotion points before it can be used again. All right, simple enough. All right, so let's go and roll the dice. Let's go ahead and get our dialogue out of the way there. Okay, so what do we have going first? So we have 6 to 19. We do have a very, very strong attack coming at us. Do we have any way? We can do the 5 to 16 there, but unfortunately it's not gonna be in the right order. Let's see what Eugen's got here. See if Eugen's got anything to block that. We do have Molinet, but Molinet's not gonna be enough to block that. We don't have enough to block that there. So we don't have any like big block attacks to prevent that. I mean, we could let Emma take this. Emma's kind of our tank here. So honestly, using Forceful Gesture could be the best thing for us to use on this one. Let's go ahead and turn our keys on. Go ahead and turn quick mode off. All right, so we can see that we do have this dice. Let me go ahead and take a look here and see if we can get set up. I'm gonna try to shorten these up as much as I can, just so you guys aren't having to. I know you probably want to see my thought process, but I also don't want to make the videos too terribly long. So I'm gonna go get things set up, and you guys can kind of see afterwards. Okay, so unfortunately, a lot of our characters are being hit by these big attacks here. Nothing we can really do about it. I'm gonna block. I took 2 off Emma, so Emma's gonna take a bunch of damage, but at least it's gonna be our damage healers are going to be okay there. So we're going to have Eugen to be attacking this one. Bamboo Hatted Kim's going to kind of try Molinet here, see if we can get it, and then Olga's just going to go for a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and roll the dice, see how this ends up. And well, like when I do this action sequence here, you guys can see what I did here. We have deep drag, of course. We're probably not gonna block this. You never know, might get lucky. Okay, we got lucky, never mind. We did in fact do that. Fragile, inflict fragile, so there we go. We did counter that, so clash, and then we get an extra bonus there, which is good. Emma's gonna take a bunch of damage here. Ooh, man, that stagger is big. But we did deflect, that's okay. Emma's probably gonna take another one. They do have 3 smoke on them. We can see the smoke indicator. Emma did take a lot. Emma has 10 on them now, but it's okay. We should be fine. Then we're probably gonna get a stagger here, and honestly, not gonna get a kill, but we're gonna have plenty of damage, so let's go ahead and see what's next on the menu for our dice rolls. All right, so let's not have too much here. So we do have a 5 to 6, 3 to 8, 3 to 8. What I want to do here is I do want to use sharpened blade if possible. So we can't use it just yet, but I am probably going to try to pull away and use a Molinet here, because Molinet is just, it's really good. It's a very strong attack. I think we can probably take that away and take some heat off Emma there. And then we'll do Flash of Sun Up, and I'm probably gonna use it on this one. Let's just go ahead and get a little damage off. We do want to try to take one out as soon as possible. We do have a 3 to 8, so we're gonna try to use GGG here. Not GGG, sorry, that is something else. That was what? Forceful Gesture. And then we're gonna throw it right back at him. Yeah, okay, that was actually right. Yes, that was right. So Forceful Gesture. All right. Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right, so let's see. Gamble. Boom. I think we'll just do that because we can't take away that 5. That is just going. Oh, okay. So yeah, we can't take that away. Technically, we could use Molinet here, and I think that's what we need to do to clash that. We couldn't take the heat off Emma, but we could. Is that gonna be enough? 5 to 8. Oh, that's pushing it. I don't know about that one. That's kind of dodgy. I'm gonna put one there, and I'm gonna put one. I'm gonna put one here. Kind of throw some damage back and forth. So we do have Flashing Strike, but we don't have a 6. Don't always have to use a 6, but I always like to just in case. And I'm going to pull that away, try Molinet there. And then we'll do an Overcome Crisis to get some extra damage off and restore a light. I think I'm going to go for this one back here with Eugen just so we can get an extra break. I think we should be able to kill that one with Olga, so let's go ahead and roll the die here and see what we get. Deflect, perfect. That's what we want. Do a bunch of damage. Molinet just keeps getting stronger as we counter. Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised that went through. Oh, wow. Same with that one. Man. Okay. It's supposed to increase, but not enough. I think we should get a kill here, especially with the bleed and the fire stacks that we're going to put on there. Overcome Crisis. Do a little extra damage there. Didn't get a break, which is unfortunate, but it will be fine. And then hopefully this will be enough. And yep. Perfect. All right. So good stuff. Happy Memories. Let's see. Also, I think Happy Memories on Eugen is probably really, really good because like it'll decrease Boundary of Death, and we just use that more often. Roll the die, and then just keep going in this cycle until we beat them. Okay, so the first wave of guys are down, so we're moving on to the second act. Very good. Not too bad. And like I said, I'm going to cut out some of the stuff if I need to. Some of them are really, really, basic stuff. Now we have Wang, Jin, and me, so we're going to have some different things here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they got. We got an extra speed, so that's the same. If the character has smoke boost, boost stagger damage dealt with attacks by smoke times 10%. Oh, so okay. If he has 10 stacks, he's doing an extra 100%. Ooh. And then smoke implies outgoing damage instead of incoming damage on this character. Okay. Now we have any extra special cards here. It looks like the cards are the same, I think. Yeah, I think they're mostly the same. Deep drag, yeah, those are kind of the same there. Same across the board, except maybe a little bit different. So we have Trace of Fumes, and this one has just, I think, some extra cards. What do they have extra here? Yeah, so one has Hidden Blade, one doesn't have Hidden Blade. They use 2 smoke to boost power of all dice on this page by 2. Inflict bleed. Okay, so easy enough. We have Smoke Addiction. On successful hit, if the target had 8 or more stacks of smoke, inflict 2 paralysis next scene. And then Stimulating Fumes once per scene. If the character has smoke, respond to a one-side attack with a block die. Roll 1 to smoke. So I'm assuming the max could be whatever stacks of smoke. Not played in clashes where both characters use a combat page. Okay, that's a lot. If the character has smoke, respond to it. Okay, so if the character has smoke, then I'll add a block die. Otherwise, so we probably don't want to use a smoke die, and then we just have a regular smiling face. Okay, easy enough. Let's go ahead and get in here. We should be getting to the point where we almost have our abnormality pages or our ego pages, but we have a lot of attacks coming in. They start off with some extra speed, so not really, we don't really have a massive advantage here, but let's go ahead and see what we got. We have 2 attacks. Can't really take this one away. Eugen's just going to get hit for free, which is unfortunate. We could use a riposte here, which I think I'm going to use a riposte to bring that off at least. And that should give us some extra light. I'm going to save some flashing strikes, and then I'm just going to give us a... Actually, no, really, we don't really need that. Is there another riposte that we can try to do? That's going to be tough. We could try to pull away this attack. So Eugen's going to be doing some riposte at the moment. We could use Sharpened Blade, which we will probably do, to kind of boost Flash of Sun up. That would be very beneficial, I think. Because we want to boost to block this. I don't think we have any way to pull that away. We don't. So it's not... Flash of Sun up is unfortunately just going to get absolutely obliterated by this. I don't think there's going to be much we can do there, but we can try to do Sharpened Blade and see what happens. Do I want to take away Sharpened Blade and use that? Yep, we'll take that away. We're going to try using Flash of Sun up on this. That's fine. I have a couple going towards Olga here. Forceful Gesture. Do we have anything Forceful Gesture can help with? Yeah, I mean, if Eugen wouldn't get hit by that, sure. But we can't pull away from that. We can pull away from this. And it's gonna hurt, but I'm okay with Emma taking some extra damage there. And then we'll restore 2 light. And we will... Can we take away any attacks? No, we can take this away from Bamboo-Headed Kim, which honestly, I think I will to get that free damage off. Olga, what can Olga do here? So Olga's getting hit by a 5 and 5. We can't really do much about it. It's gonna be a 2 to 8, 3 to 8. And honestly, we just use Daring Decision here. I think that's gonna be our best bet, and then we'll use Gamble. Honestly, to throw some right back at him. Yeah, we're just gonna go for a head-on attack there. All right, let's roll the dice, see what happens. We get a deflect, perfect. But it looks like our... Ooh, yeah, okay, I knew that was gonna come out. Also, I just noticed there's like a bonus sound effects for the smoke. I like that. And then we'll at least get some extra damage there. Good stagger damage, which is great. Should get through this just fine, except if they max roll there. We got a lot of smoke stacks coming on. Eugen is kind of low in health. I just realized that, but that's okay. Not too bad. Can we get a deflect here? I think we can. Yep, deflect. Perfect. Get through that. Good stagger damage across the board. Deflect, so we're good there. Get our extra bonuses from deflecting. And then we'll get this off. And yeah, we're good. Doing good on stagger. All right, so here is our abnormality page that we can pick. We want something that has health. When attacking target who's already took damage on the same scene, deal plus 1 to 3 damage and recover 2 to 5 HP on hit. That could be good. When hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn, 1 to 3 bleed. For the rest of its act, inflict 6 bind to a random enemy at the start of the scene. Pierce dice gain 1 to 2 power when... Oh, we didn't bring Oscar, though. This could be really, really good. I think we're gonna go with Gluttony, and we don't want Eugen to technically have it, but I think we want our tank to have it. I'm gonna say our tank has it. Okay, here we go. Ego page. Recover 3 HP. Recycle this die unless it rolls the minimum value up to 5 times. Okay, so if it rolls minimum, it stops, but it keeps going. Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay, there's the Pierce Mass Individual. Oh, Mass Summation. 12 to 40 on hit. Inflict 5 burn. 4th match flame. Oh, these are cool. Oh, which one do I want to use? I kind of want to do Mass Summation. I'm going to do Match Summation. Yeah, I think that sounds fun. All right. Oh, we got some good speed die down here. So, okay, it said there's a way for us to use it. Yeah, here it is. So we have this. 4th match flame. Gonna take 5. So it's a Mass Summation attack. So it's all of them. So they have to hit the sum, which is either gonna be 12 to 40. So I think that's okay. So that's not. He's probably. Can I say attack their bottom die? Can I change the way this attacks? I'm curious. Or is it high? I think it attacks their highest speed die, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what determines which speed die goes after. Can I change the target? I'm gonna see if I can figure that out real quick. Okay, so I just clicked the lowest value dice and that seemed to get on it, so we're gonna do that. Eugen, of course, can only use 1 page here. So that's interesting. Oh, no, okay, we just switch it back into Candy. Okay, there we go, that's good. Do we use Flashing Strike? We do have 7, we do have that as well, so let's go ahead and see if we can do something fancy here. Now if I pull away their summation attack, will that work? I'm gonna pull away this one to mine. And then we can't use any more on Eugen. We can use Overcome Crisis, which I think we'll use. Is there anyone that we want to use this on? Let's just go ahead and use it on... Use it on you? Hone Blade, and then we use... you know, we'll pull away. Oh, wait, they have a summation attack. No, they're just all attacking... Okay, they're just all attacking you. All right, got it. Interesting, very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go and figure all this out. There's a lot going on here, so I'll bring you guys back when we start the attack. Okay, I've kind of just spread damage all over the place here. Kim is gonna take a little bit of damage. We're just gonna go and roll and see what happens. So it actually changes the background. Oh, that is cool. So we hit just about everyone with that attack. That is awesome that it changed the background. I like that a lot. So we did stagger someone. Molinet should stagger this person. Yep, good. We're doing a ton of damage. Yeah, we have no problem getting through this. You know, we have some smokestacks. They're gonna, you know, Kim's gonna take a good bit of damage there, but they should be fine. Max damage, which means we're gonna get through this attack and stagger them as well. I mean, we're just incredibly strong. I mean, we have burn, bleed all over the place. Like these guys, yeah, they don't stand a chance. Sorry guys, you're you're out of your element here. Go ahead and get some more GGGs off there. Book of Me attained. All right, so worker bee, vines. The enemy who's dealt the most damage to the selected librarian is marked. Other allies deal 2 to 4 more damage to the marked foe with their attacks. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Since we're using, oh, we get another one. Destroy all the opponent's dice. Oh wow, okay. Mass individual. Green stem. Oh sure, we'll pick that one. I mean, granted, there's not much we have to do here, and then the scene changes back. Oh, I like that. Man, we're so far in this game, but mechanics just keep being introduced over and over again, and there's just one thing after other. It's so cool. So we are going to use Sharpened Blade here, and then we're just going to use Molinet to boost it. And then, oh, why not? We'll use Green Stem here and just absolutely destroy this guy. Poor guy. So it is a mass... Oh, wait. Did I pick the wrong guy? Green Stem. The mass attack targets every enemy. A successful hit destroys the target's combat page. Individual. If the dice roll is larger than the target's current dice, they take damage. Ah, okay. So yeah, it's just mass individual. Perfect. Now we're not using fourth match flame here. I mean, we're gonna use whatever we can here. Actually, you know what? That should be enough. You know what? Nope. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Just keep going. We'll use Puppet Blockade here. We'll use Gamble there. And then let's use that here, because they still have to take a bunch of damage. We are going to take Molinet. That Molinet is going to do damage. I would say Boundary of Death, but we don't have enough light for that. So let's just use Overcome Crisis on you. And then let's use Overcome Crisis on you. I don't want that pulling away. Which one's Molinet? That's Molinet. Let's put that back. Put that there. I'm going to use Daring Decision on you. That's fine. I won't take away. And then we use Refreshed Flesh here. Once again, don't take away Molinet. I need to do them from lowest die order to highest die order. That's what I need to do. All right, so let's check this out. So it's going to change the scene in the background. Love that detail. Oh, and that just killed that guy, no problem. And then the other dude's just gonna kind of be in trouble. So he is tangled up, I believe. No, I don't think it actually does tangles. I think it's just mass attack damage. Oh yeah, you're gone. Sorry, dude. Get some flash of sun-ups. And there it is, Sharpened Blade. All right. Easy enough. That was kind of a slaughter. But that was really cool using our ego pages. They're extremely strong, and I love having another tool in our toolbox. Drunk Fixer, 2% chance to boost Pierce die power by +1. I mean, I guess we could get that to Oscar if we really wanted to.
푸른 또라이는 뭘 그리 찾아다니는 건지.
Just what could that blue sicko be looking for so badly? Any guesses?
워낙에 많아서 탈이야.
There's just too many off the top of my head. Like crazy. Okay, he can go far beyond anyone's like. Why calling him a pervert? Interesting. And we just ended there. All right, man. We have a couple of new. Let's see. We have realizations we can do. So Gebra, we can add someone who's requested to be in Gebra. I think, like I said, I think we've had everyone. I think we have all the slots for Gebra taken up. I would have to go back and check, but I know there's one more person that I get filled in. But yeah, we now have Book of Big Bat Will and Be Bad Wolf, and then we also have Book of Leticia. Okay, so what do we want to do first here? I'm gonna kind of look around, kind of see if there's anything we want to do here. Let's go and burn our books first. Go and see what we just got. So Lineage, Cutthroat, Kim. So here is me, Jin, and Wang. We don't want to use these two, unfortunately, so let's go ahead and use all of these right here. And I might go ahead and get some extra books, farm them a little bit, and see if we can get any extra pages, just to make sure we have enough. So what we got here, we got Jin's page, so 4 speed, and we got smoke addiction as well. And there's just a bunch of pages. So good stuff there. I'm gonna have to go back and farm some of these guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and look up and see if there's anything that we need to do in terms of team-wise. We have Gebra's team and we have Hod's team. I don't know which one we're gonna do first, so let me go and get everything situated and I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so I've decided we're going to Hod's team. We're gonna go back to kind of our old reliable team here. Hod, Evan, Vicky, and Destiny here. So let's go ahead and see what Leticia has for us. This is a classic from Lobotomy Corp. We had it a good bit in our run, so let's go ahead and see what store we have here. Well, not story initially, but let's go ahead and see. So I'll give you a gift. Prioritizes the target with the least amount of gifts in hand. Will you play with me? Block dice lose power by 4 times the number of gifts in the opponent's hand. Okay, not too bad. Sounds like we're just going to be kind of doing mass damage here. Being lonely is sad. If all other allies have died, all resistances change to fatal. Okay, so they have normal resistances, which is interesting. But honestly, do we even need to worry about? Oh, here we go. Gift. Prioritizes the target with the most amount of gifts in hand. Boom. On the 3rd scene, use a powerful combat page that deals significant damage and gives 3 copies of gift to its target. I'm going to be honest here. Here comes a surprise present. If the character dies, a Wee Witch's friend is spawned next scene. If the character is killed before it can self-destruct using the special combat page, the friend is spawned with 80% HP. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kind of just want to go for an all-out attack on Leticia here. I know we don't have a lot of light. Maybe not. Maybe that's a... inflict 1 feeble next scene. Ally with the lowest HP recovers 10 HP. I want to say just go for it. I'm going to get greedy. I'm going to test it. I'm going to see, because, I mean, we did the troll with Queen Bee, and that was honestly pretty funny. You guys seem to adore that. So I'm just going to... I think I'm gonna go for it and do as much damage here as I can and try to break Leticia. And we use Puppet Blockade. We'll just pull that away so they're not worried about that. And then, I mean, use Daring Decision here. And I would say we just use Daring Decision against this. Because that's attacking us, maybe? We didn't roll any 6s, which is unfortunate. We do have Boundary... Oh, no, we don't have enough Boundary of Death. And we have all Overcome Crisis. That's kind of unfortunate, but we'll just use this attack here. And then we'll use Overcome Crisis. Yeah, I'm gonna get really greedy here. I know this is probably stupid, but I'm gonna try it. Molinet, do we have any way for Molinet to work here? I don't think so. We could technically do this, and if we break it, which I think we could, I think that could give us a bonus. Yeah, so we're gonna try to clash that. And then let's draw the sword as well. I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna see what happens. If we have to restart the fight, that's fine. I'm just doing some testing here. Hopefully we break. Okay, good. Deflect. So we got some gifts there. Not exactly the way I wanted to go, but there's Molinet. Oh no! Oh come on! Even with the power, like the reflecting, we can get it. I still think we're okay. Maybe we're gonna get a stagger here for sure. Which Leticia won't be able to do anything next turn. We got some fatal damage there. Deflect. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This could be dumb. This could be really dumb, but we have Leticia broken now, so let's go ahead and roll the dice here. You have Molinet again, so there's gift. Explodes after 2 scenes. I mean, if we kill her before 2 scenes, you know, do I really have to worry about it? So I'm gonna use Molinet. I'm gonna use Flash the Sun up just to attack. Lots of gifts, that's fine. We'll just throw another one of those there. Lots of gifts, that's fine. Let's use... Do we have another? No, we don't. We don't have that either. We have Creek. So yeah, let's just use Creek. What does gift do exactly? So we could use gift. Librarian dies if 3 stacks of Pit is accumulated. You know what? I'm just... Like I said, I'm gonna get kind of greedy here. I'm gonna be greedy. Let's use Puppet Blockade, just use damage. We do have another Molinet. We do have Boundary of Death, but we can't really use them. We do have a 6, so Flashing Strike, of course. And then let's use... No. What would be best here? I mean, I could technically take one of these and deflect it. Which, you know what? No, we're just gonna focus on damage here. Let's do overcome crisis. Yeah, I'm just doing science. I'm doing science. We have to restart it. That's fine. I just want to see what happens. Because, I mean, we already got him half health, and we have Leticia staggered. Max damage. Is this gonna work? Just focus on taking Leticia out? 35, 20, 12, max damage, dead? Was that it? Yeah, victory. Okay, cool. We just, yeah, focus Leticia, break, yeah, do the stagger and not have to worry about anything. So let's get some story now. That was very quick. Also, there's no story. For literature realization up level 5, you have we have 1 assistant librarian. You have now access to new abnormality pages, and the emotion level threshold has increased to level 5. Okay, so surprise gift, and when the kid meets someone she likes, she will give them a gift made by her all herself. The gift's content is a secret though. The first opponent to clash against selected librarian gains the giftee status. If the giftee clashes against a character other than the selected librarian, the gift explodes at 40% chance, dealing 2 to 7 damage and inflicting 2 bleed next scene. When the giftee dies, a new gift can be given, okay? Friend. She was so sad that she had to leave her dear friends behind, so she came up with a brilliant idea. Single ally. At the start of the scene, sneak a friend into one of the combat pages in hand. On play pages, let's see, wait. Excludes on play pages. Does not activate when there is already a page with friend in hand. The page with friend gains 2 to 4 power. However, if this page is not used within 2 scenes, it exhausts, dealing 2 to 7 damage to the librarian. I'm very curious how the AI reacts to this. And then funny prank. So this little lady has made a decision to stay here and never leave until laughter is restored into this place. Single ally. The first die of any combat page the librarian plays will always roll either the maximum or minimum value. Take 2 to 7 damage if rolled at the minimum value. Okay, so that was a lot easier than I expected. Yeah, Hot is done. Do we want to work on Gebra next with the big and will be bad wolf? Maybe? Huh. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna try it as well. So let's go ahead and let's see Gebra. I'm gonna get Gebra set up here. So I'm gonna do Olga. Olga's just incredibly good. We're gonna do Kim and Eugen as well, because I mean, they're very, very strong. So I think we're gonna do that, Eugen. And then we're gonna do Kim here on Corbanek. Okay, so let's go ahead and unlock this one as well. So Corbanek, Jincy, and Gebra. I think that is a pretty solid team. No, actually we want Emma for the stagger. Let's go ahead and take Emma out, or Kim out, and let's do Emma here. So Jincy, we have Gebra, Jincy, and Corbanek. Jincy being Eugen, Corbanek being Emma, and then Gebra being Olga. So let's try that. So go ahead and enter the big and bad will be bad wolf. All right. So what's the catch here? So speed 2, they have +2, which is really cool. The roll of the wolf, every 2 scenes use combat pages that'll swallows the target on hit. The consumed librarian is excluded from the battle for the next scene. Our poetic justice. After swallowing a librarian, all stagger damage resistance is changed to fatal for the next scene. If the wolf is staggered within the scene, the expelled captive librarian. The librarian loses 25% max of their max HP upon being expelled and becomes staggered. Ugh. Destined to be the big bad wolf. If the wolf does not get staggered after the scene it swallows the librarian is killed and the wolf transforms to a powerful state. The wolf also transforms with the HP at the 50% or lower at the start of the scene. HP does not fall below 30% before transforming. Okay. HP does not fall below 30% before. Okay, so it can't fall until it transforms. So there is going to be a state where it just transforms. Also, I just noticed there's like eyes in its stomach. That's kind of interesting. So we have bleed. Got some standard stuff here. So let's go ahead and try to get this done. We do have a 6, so we can use flashing strike here, which would be pretty decent to counter some stuff. So I'm going to put that there. Do we want to take this away? Actually, yeah, we want to take that away so we don't get hit initially. So what about a riposte? Can we use riposte on any of this? Maybe. Yes, let's do... Oh, no, we can't pull any of these away. So we'll do riposte there. Gebra is being attacked by this one right here. So honestly, using Dared Decision initially could be good. Unless we do have a block here. We do have Puppet Blockade, so I think I'm actually going to do a Puppet Blockade here. Pull that away. Can we pull that away? No, we can't. Oh, bummer. Okay, that's fine. We'll use Creek and do some damage. get that going, and then we just pop a blockade just to get a restore of light, and then we'll try to do a onslaught here just to block some of that damage, and then we'll use nothing else because that's all we've got. So let's go and roll the die. See if we can get through here. Come on. All right, good. 10. Good. Okay, clash. Max damage. Perfect. So if we want to stagger Big Bad Wolf when they swallow someone, or we can just go and stagger and not worry about it, to be honest. Because if they're staggered for a turn, we're pretty much set. So let's go ahead and roll the die. I think this is when, yeah, so the screen is indicating that someone is going to get swallowed up. I will gobble you up at 5. However, if we stagger Big Bad Wolf first, which we got another 6 here, we may not have to worry about it. I could use Molinet, but I'm going to use Overcome Crisis. Put that as a 4. If we can stagger before this goes off, which I don't think we will, we might be okay. So let's just go ahead and use Forceful Gesture as well, just for maximum damage here. Do I want to pull away any attack here? We can't really. I'm going to say Forceful Gesture and then just use Freak and the GGG to restore light. Do light there. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. If we get the stagger, which I don't... Nope, we're not going to hit the stagger, unfortunately. Okay, yep. So you got eaten, but that's okay. Because we are going to stagger, so they're going to spit you out. Should spit you out anyway. At least that's what we're hoping. We might get 50% HP, so we're going to get the transform. 239. Spit Eugen back out, please. Wait. Abnormality page. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I thought this was ego. Man, I got confused there for a second. All right, so mark the first target that is attacked by the librarian. After this page is selected, deal 2 to 6 damage when the attack marked foe. At the start of the scene, gain strength based on the amount of damage taken in previous scene. Can I select Eugen? Oh, you can't select a librarian if they're eaten. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, that's fine. So you're not going to spit Eugen back out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, really? Okay, so the way this works is I've got a stagger now. It's fatal, but the problem is the stagger before didn't count. Oh, maybe I should have waited. Oh, that's really unfortunate because I don't think we're going to get it. I really don't think we're going to get this. Oh, that's a bummer because we just don't have the pages to do so. Deflect. I mean, we did a bunch of damage there. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. All right, we still got it. All right, cool. Very good. So Eugen's coming back. Spit him out. Like it. Love it. Wait, where'd Eugen go? Wait, Eugen died? I guess it does 20% max HP, and the fact that Eugen got swallowed, Eugen already had less health. Oh, that's a... Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll see what happens if we get through this. So we're not going to be able to go below. I'm going to save Forceful Gesture. I'm going to use... Yeah, we'll just use this for right now, and then we'll use Public Blockade just to do damage. Hey, go ahead and use Gamble as well. Let's just do as much damage as we can. We'll get them to the 30% mark. At least get them as low as possible before they transform. That's the idea here. So they should be stopped relatively soon. 133, 122. So transform. We'll go and use Prey. And we'll just put that on Olga. So there's the transformation. All right, so what's the change here? In the dark, after abnormality loses 20... Okay, so we already seen that weirdness after... Oh, no. After the abnormality loses 25% more HP, it had the point of transformation, gain the Skulking Shadow status, which it doesn't have. Into the dark, after abnormality loses 25% or more HP, at the beginning, at the point of transformation, gain the Skulking Shadows. Next two scenes, Shadowy Lurker. Wait, did I read that twice? I did. What is this up here as well? Okay, that's the speed die. While Abnormality has the Skulking the Shadows status, librarians other than the ones targeted by the Abnormality cannot target it. Weariness. After Skulking the Shadows wears off, all stagger damage resistance changes to fatal. Okay. Man, the fact that Eugen got kind of taken out here was a bummer. We're doing Mass Summation, which is fine. We can use Daring Decision on this. This is fine. We can use that on that. We can't use Forceful Gesture there. We can use Gamble here, though. We can't take away an attack except for this one. Ooh. Honestly, might just want to go for the Mass Summation and let them take damage here. Because like, we don't really have a good way of blocking this, because we want to block the Mass Summation. Because we don't want that stagger damage to go off. The 24 Mass Summation. Okay, you still took the damage, which is unfortunate. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay, so we'll get through here. Do damage. Do damage. Do that. Do that. We don't... Our counter die is not going to matter here, I don't think. But we're doing a good bit of damage here. Okay, that wasn't bad. So what's next? Okay, skulking the shadow, so we can't target here. So recover 6 HP. So we have... Oh boy. We can only block one of these. There's well... Okay. I'm going to do something a little risky. We're going to use flip the table here, which we don't normally do. And then we're going to use our... Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Our gamble. We want to counter these if we possibly can, which, yeah, that's low enough to do that. Oh, this is really, really good for us. Max damage, perfect. Good block there. All right, so now we're good. It's still skulking the shadows, though. So Olga's still going toe-to-toe with this guy. Okay, so we're gonna have to use Daring Decision on one of these, or we can use Fierce Onslaught on both. Fierce Onslaught's not gonna block those, so I'm gonna block one of these, and we're just gonna take the other one, so that's fine. Yep, that's gonna recover some health. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Get some damage off here. Are you still skulking? No. So your fatal, your resistances are fatal now. So yeah, good. Fatal. So we use Daring Decision. Summation for sure. We don't have any extra damage there. Do we have the summation? Yeah, we do have summation here. And then we do have 2 extra ones here, so we can take Creek. Can't take that away, but we can take this. We can match this one. We'll use Creek here. Oh boy. Summation's gonna be fine. Olga took, wait. Oh, why did Olga take that? Maybe it was single summation? Okay, well, we staggered it, so I think Emma's gonna... I must have missed something there. Oh, Emma just kills it. Okay, that's fine. Because I thought the mass summation was both, but Emma's the only one that blocked it, which was interesting. I wonder if only one character could block it, and... I don't know. We won it. It's fine. We got it. All right. Got some story for us? Yep. All right, so what are you up to? Meditation.
그냥 눈 감고 쉬고 있다.
Just taking a break with my eyes closed. I like to say that too. Usually it ends up me taking a nap, but it's okay.
가지고 온 책은 늘 두던 곳에 두고 갈게.
I'll use the books in my usual spot and be on my way then.
방해하면 안 될 것 같으니.
Seems like I shouldn't be disturbing you.
잠깐.
Wait. Okay.
넌 뒷골목.
Oh yeah, Gebra's still suspicious of him. Okay, what district in the backstreets are you from?
17구였어. 무난한 곳이었지.
District 17 is a decent place.
네가 살아오던 뒷골목도 지옥이었어?
Would you say the part of the backstreets you grew up in was also
아무리
hellish?
끔찍한 곳이라 해도 사람 사는 곳이지. 그리고 사람 사는 곳은 어디든 지옥이고.
Anywhere inhabited by people is hell, one way or another.
그래, 결국 사람들이 사는 곳이라는 거지. 뒷골목도 뒷골목 나름이기
Because
마련.
each corner of the backstreets has its own
난
woes.
언제나 누군가를 지키는 싸움만 해왔어.
Throughout my lives,
완벽하게
I
지켜낸
always
적은
fought to
드물어.
protect others, though I rarely ever managed to protect anything
담배 한 대
flawlessly.
필래?
Want a cig?
고맙지만 됐어.
Thanks, but no
담배
thanks. I
예전에
quit smoking long ago.
그래? 보기와는 다르네.
Didn't expect that.
어릴 적 내가 살았던 뒷골목은 늘 이웃이 바뀌었어.
Actually, I was brought up in the neighborhood constantly
근본이
changed.
선하다고 할 수는 없어도 나름 잘 대해줬던 어른들은 자고 일어나면 없어져 있거나 팔다리가 잘린 채 길거리에 뒹굴고 있었지.
뒷골목이라도 매일 그런 개판이기엔 힘든데. 역시
Isn't District 23
23구답군.
the district we just saw the blue reverberation in? I'm pretty sure.
조직 간의 영역 다툼과 숙청이 절정일 때였지. 지금 엘사 둥지 안에서처럼
Just like what's happening in Lobotomy Corporation. What's happening in the nest right now?
이렇게 살아남았어.
You managed to survive that. Even
내노라 하는
adept
해결사들도
fixers would avoid
거리던
going there.
뒷골목 중 하나인데.
피냄새가 덜한 다른 뒷골목으로 갈 수 있다는 생각조차 할 수 없었어.
yeah, she wanted to be around the
그곳이
bloodshed.
전부였거든. 그저
Just to fight, I guess.
살아남기 위한 방법만 필사적으로 찾고 있었지.
Desperately looking for ways to survive in that hell.
23구는 사육자나 웃는 얼굴들.
Even District 23, even the carnival and those smiling faces look like child's play.
그래서 나는 끊임없이 찾았지. 곁에 있는 자들을 지켜낼 방법을.
Constantly seek ways to protect the people around me in that hellhole.
어떤 단어를 사용하고 있는가에 따라 그들이 살아가는 사회를 알 수
You can
있어.
tell much about a society from the vocabulary used by its
뒷골목에서
people.
사용하는 언어는 대개
Language used
소박하고
by backstreets is often simple
직설적이지.
and straightforward.
일상에서 가까운 단어를 쓰기 마련이야. 특별한 단어를 새로 만들어 사용하지 않아.
Okay.
그들에게는 일상이기에 주변의 말을 쓰지. 일상적으로 쓰이는 말의 본래 의미보다도
Okay.
엄지와 검지 같은 5손가락이나 청소부들이 대표적인
Even the 5 fingers
예시잖아.
like the thumb, index, and sweepers are prime examples of that.
뒷골목 사람들이 붙잡기 위해 노력해야 하는 것은
People
돈과
backstreets
힘이야.
strive to gain wealth and power.
살아남기 위한 힘 이상의
They can't afford to
가치를
pursue
추구할
anything more than
자력이
things to keep them
없는 거지.
alive.
그런데 웃긴 게 뭔지 알아?
You know, it's funny though.
힘을 쥔다 해도 그 힘은 자신보다 아래로 향할 뿐이었어. 뒷골목의 피해자들은 가해자가 되지 못한 가해자야.
The victims in the backstreets were potential perpetrators who weren't strong enough.
처음에
Okay.
칼리는 7살
The little
정도
Gabra.
되는 꼬맹이가 있었어.
Let me tell you about the story of a kid named Callie, 7 years old at that time.
그리고 그 아이의 첫 기억은 눈앞에
First thing she
피와
remembers was crying
내장이
alone in a
뒤섞인
corner of an
골목
alleyway,
구석에서
surrounded by
울고
blood
있던
and
거였지.
guts. Oh, that's certainly a core memory.
친구라고 할 사람은 전혀 없었어. 곁에 있어도 다 사라져 버리는
Didn't
거야.
have anyone to call friends. People around her would disappear sooner or later.
비슷한 또래의 친구들은 청소부들에게 어디론가
Most kids were abducted by
끌려가거나
sweepers or treated like
장난감
toys.
취급받았으니까.
Oh boy.
어린아이는 그저 숨죽여 보고 있을 수밖에 없었어.
It makes me wonder how people do survive. I know there's not a lot of information really, but man.
칼리가 13살까지 살아남을 수
Okay, well there it is. Yeah,
있었다면
by sheer luck that Callie could survive
그래서
until she was
운이
13. It was just
좋았던 거야.
pure luck.
하지만 그 운을 헛되이 쓰지 않기 위해 칼리는 관찰하고 계속
Callie observed and
관찰했어.
observed in order to survive through her own effort.
칼리는 20살이 될 때까지 살아남았어.
Made it
나름의
20 years of
전략을
age,
지닌 채 말이야.
following strategies of her own.
마침내 해결사가 되었지.
Dawn became a fixer.
할 수 있는 일이란 것은
There wasn't much else
한정적이었으니까.
she could do.
다행히 조직으로 빠지거나 그러진 않았고.
You thankfully didn't join a syndicate or anything, huh?
아이는 그들과 똑같이 되지 않겠다
Or that she wouldn't
다짐했거든.
stoop to their level.
칼리라는 해결사가 막
Okay.
시작한 일은
20-year-old Callie.
점차 안정되어 가고 있었지.
As she started
저런
working,
환경 덕분인지 적성에 맞았어.
work fit her well thanks to the environment she grew up in.
나도 그랬는데 말이지.
Oh, I was the same too.
해결사가 되어서 어느 정도 힘을 갖추니 같은 맨션의 이웃들은 지킬 수 있다고 생각했어.
She thought she could now protect her neighbors living in the same apartment given she had power being a
워낙
fixer.
위험한 골목이었으니까 칼리가 살던 곳은
Streets were quite dangerous she lived in.
그동안 신세지던 맨션 이웃인 션 아저씨 그리고
Mr.
그
Sean and
층에
Mr.
살던
Goose, okay.
부수언니에게 은혜를
Neighbors who she was, I
갚아야
guess this is
된다고
Mr. Sean and
생각했어.
Mr. Goose,
두
indebted to them.
어린 시절부터 칼리에게
Often give Callie food and drink.
나눠주곤 했거든.
Ever since she was a child.
몇 안 되게 오래 봐온 사람이었고 나름 가족 같다고 생각했지.
Unless who she'd known for a long time, they were like family.
그런 션 아저씨와 구스 언니가 너무 고마웠어.
Out of gratitude, she gave them some money.
기특한 아이였구만.
That was nice of her.
그런데
Oh boy.
그들이 한 달 넘게
You know how they
돈을
repaid Callie for all the
받아가며
money she gave them for
칼리한테
more than a
보답해준
month.
일이 뭔지 알아?
뭐 흐름상 좋은 꼴을 본
This
건
wasn't anything
아니겠지.
good.
맨션의 주민들과 작당해서 칼리가 자는 새에 집에 들어와 몸을 묶고 금고를 찾다.
Oh, wow. So they thought, oh, she's got money. Let's take it from her.
뭔지 알아. 칼리한테 더 큰 돈이 있을 거라 생각했나
Oh, she had more
보네.
money in her stash. Oh, that's terrible. She just tried to be nice.
맞아.
They really did try to rob her.
저지른 거지.
It's crazy because they fed her and took care of her, and she gave back. And like, oh, hey, yeah, let's go get more from her.
칼리는 믿을 수가 없었어. 모르는 새에 두 팔과 두 다리가
The
묶여
fact that,
있어서
I mean, I
놀란 게
know
아니야.
she's not like, you know, her red mist status at this point, but I'm honestly surprised that she was able to get, that they were able to catch her off guard.
바로 눈앞에 추잡한 욕망 덩어리들이
She saw filthy
기어다니고
lumps of greed
있었어요.
calling her right before her eyes.
어제까지만 해도 안부를 묻는
Just before, they used to be her friendly neighbors.
그리고 그 이웃들은 누구보다
They understood the agony of
상실의
loss better
아픔을
than
잘
anyone.
아는 사람들이었어. 칼리가 가져다준 돈이 그들에게 의미 있게 쓰이길 바랐을 뿐인데
Okay.
힘이 생긴 만큼 그들을
She
지키고
just wanted to protect them with her
싶었을
newfound strength.
전형적이구만. 전형적이야.
Stereotypical people, weren't they?
바보같이 칼리는 두 눈 뜬 채 당한 건 아니겠지?
Your Callie didn't let them get away with a like
그래.
fool, yeah. You didn't.
칼리는 그들 생각보다
Callie was stronger than they
가난한
thought.
언제라도 묶여
He
있는
could forcibly snap the ropes, binding her at any moment, but she chose to
기다렸어.
wait.
이 모든 게 착각이나 장난이면
You want to believe all this was a misunderstanding or a prank.
하지만 그들이 태어나게 내뱉는
With the repulsive words they spat out so casually.
목돈 쥐어서
Talking about how this is
다른
opportunity to use her
곳으로
money
이주할
to move
수
to a
있는
different
기회가
place.
생겼다며.
You know, if she had the money to do that, I think she would have.
그건
But maybe that's just me.
꿈도 착각도
There's neither, well, I mean,
못하는
granted, she said she didn't want to leave. She wanted to protect
현실이었지.
people, so there's neither a dream nor a misunderstanding, but the cold
그래서
truth.
그 개자식들은 다 죽었어?
I like how this is
내가
all
더
one
알아.
word right here. It was coming to him. Man, it's upsetting just hearing this
맞아.
story.
다 죽였지.
She killed them.
그리고
Wow.
칼로 눈물을 흘렸어.
I wasn't expecting her to kill them.
덮은 채로.
And Callie burst into tears, covered in the blood of her
칼리가
neighbors.
지켜왔던 이웃들도 결국 힘을 얻으면 손바닥
Yeah.
뒤집듯
They were no different than the others in that they would resort to violence themselves once they had power.
누군가를 지켜낸다 해도 반복할 뿐이었던 거야.
Savage cycle wouldn't stop no matter who she
맞아.
tried to protect.
그래서인지 동정할 필요조차 없다고
There's no point in
생각하고
having sympathy sometimes.
나도 해결사 일을 시작한 지 얼마 안 됐을 때는 무엇이 옳은지 정말
Roland
많은
struggled
고민을
with...
했어.
Okay, so Roland also struggled with the ideals of what was right and wrong.
넌 어떤 해결사야?
What kind of fixer were you? Man, please. A neat and sensible fixer who rationally handled his work, so
나름
to speak.
이성적으로 사리분별을
Man,
해가며 일을
I'm ready to know more about Roland.
깔끔한 해결사였지. 그래서인지 평판은 썩
I held up a decent
괜찮았고
reputation.
그렇게 평판 좋던
And then you plummeted to grade 9 all of a sudden?
고급 해결사가 되었고
맞아. 세상 일이란 게
Yeah, so he's
참
definitely higher
모르는
than
거야.
grade 9. That I did. Anything can happen in life. I mean, the legendary
어떻게
Callie is now
살아서
standing in front of me, too.
내
그렇지.
That's true.
앞뒤 안 가리고 깽판 치던 때가 있었어. 눈에 뵈는 게 없어서.
To be frank, there was a time when I went insane and ran amok. Didn't care about the
그래서
consequences at
적도
all.
많이 만들었지.
I made a lot of enemies back then.
아직도 그 찬양이 가시지가 않아.
The sensation I felt still reverberates in my head
역시
sometimes.
너도 이런저런 일이 있었네.
You also went through a lot, huh?
그런
I could see it in your eyes.
칼리는 완전히 내가 아니지만 여전히 내 안에 있어.
I wouldn't say I'm exactly the same being as Callie anymore, but she still rests within me.
넌 확실히 여러
You're upright and honest, unlike most fixers I've seen.
몰고
말을 너무 많이 했어.
It's not too much. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
잘한다.
푹 쉬라고 칼리.
Sleep tight, Callie. I feel like they have a mutual understanding, but they're also kind of like keeping an eye on each other for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, we have unlocked a new assistant librarian, which means I need to go ahead and add someone. But first, let's read through this. Instincts. The taste of flesh was so good after a long absence. Since then, it got harder and harder to keep himself in check. Still, it didn't matter to him. After all, he was destined to be a big, bad wolf. Single ally. Each time the selected librarian wins Clash, the last die on their current page gains 1 to 2 power. Recover 3 to 7 HP on a successful hit with the final die. Claws of Savagery. Once upon a time, these claws would cut open the bellies of numerous creatures and tear apart their guts. Single ally. After the librarian sustains damage greater than 25% of their max HP, become untargetable and unsplashable next scene. Librarian gains 2 strength that scene and inflicts 1 bleed with each successful attack. And then the role of the wolf. Wolves could not cross the line when doing bad things, and wolves had to be punished. Wolves always needed to be an example. Single ally. Counter dice gaining 1 to 2 power. Counter dice inflict 2 fragile upon winning Clash 3 times per scene. All right, well, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. Like I said, I need to go back and check whoever this is real quick, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll wrap up this episode. Okay, so there's our 4th librarian of the Floor of Language. Welcome to the Floor Fraud. I believe that's how you pronounce it, suggested by Korlev. So thank you for your support and watching these videos. I do greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to be assigned to any floors, please let me know. I think we still have plenty of open spots throughout some of these. I think, like I said, I think the Floor of Language is taken up. I think we have 1 person I got to go through and check. But if not, please let me know the request that you guys have to be on the floors. And if you have like certain appearance projections that you want to have, we do have that ability too. If there's a certain thing you just like to see, like if we look at Vicky here and we go to appearance projection, if you want to be like any of these, let me know which one you want to be, and then we'll try to get that taken care of, because I think you can actually change your hairstyle and all that too. So if you want to be a certain outfit or page, we can get that set up for you as well. So there's that, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, let me know down below. Otherwise, thank you as always for spending some of your time here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.